start of the repair of this Hayter Sprite, just to no electric. The switch doesn't appear to be working, so there's probably a broken. I've just done a continuity test on this Hayter lawnmower, and I've put my meters through. I've operated the system, and I'm getting no connection, so that there's obviously a broken wire. It could be from this section here. Dismantling, you've got a little screw in there, and you've got these two. Take these two off. That will allow you to move this over to get at this screw here. Right, with that cover off now, you gives you some movement to get at this screw. You can't get at it otherwise. It's just to move it over to the side so you can get your screwdriver into that one. You can just see it there. Just snap that off, that's it, and you can get at it and dismantle that first of all. So with that screw off, that allows you to just move that forward. You'll see that will slide out of there. Difficult with one hand, but that slides out. It's coming now, and then that'll get this free so that you can then get at these 4 screws to open up. That's it, ready to get those 4 screws off, but just be careful because there's 2 springs behind there. Just be very careful that when you take those over, turn it the other way up, and then the spring. This is a little bit one-handed. I've got it this way up so that the springs don't drop out. I'm just going to put my camera down, lift it off, and then show you the inside. That's it off. Just to make a note of where the springs are in there. Can you see that one? There's a big spring down there, and it hooks over that lever. There's another spring just behind. I'll try and do it one-handed. There's another spring behind that. You can see I'm pressing it down. That is the safety catch, and that's what, when you press the button, that allows this button just below my thumb is what you presses into to start the power. But I've got a break in the wire somewhere in there, I think. Either that or it's the switch that's gone. But just if you ever take it apart, see where it goes. There's just behind that. You can see the layout of the spring. That's important. If you don't get it in right, it cocks up and it can cause the trigger not to work properly. But there's part of your assembly. Let me just, yeah, that one will lift out. There you can see there's a spring behind it. That's the little spring that you just avoid it dropping out. Right, I'm doing a continuity test. I've got my meter going into one side there, and I can just see a bare wire in there. And when I touch it, there's absolutely no connection. So there's a broken wire in there somewhere. I've just got to alter this. But just before I do, I'll make a note of where the wires all go. As you can see, the lead comes into this side, but the power going to the motor comes out of this side of the switch, underneath the switch, and through there. And these wires go into a little slot like that. So that is, you've got to check that. When you lift this out, just this switch you've got to just see where everything goes back together. I'll take a picture of it as well. And there's the cap off, just allowing you to get at the screw to shorten this and reconnect it. There it is back again, the new wires connected. I'll just do a continuity test now. Just showing you that everything's back in the right place and locked. There it is working. So, not exactly a simple job, but fixed. Probably the reason for the broken wire was probably because this hadn't been used. That keeps the strain off, not only off the plug but also off the wire going into the switch at the top here. So make sure you use your loop